You're listening to Edge Radio TV. The views and opinions expressed in this program are that of the host or guests, and not the Edge Radio Network or its advertisers or affiliates.
Hey guys, welcome to Sex on the Edge with Jen and Hen. I am Jennifer Reeves.
And I'm Hendrix Scott. Today we're here to talk to you about some sexual health topics.
Yeah, we're going to talk about sex. We are two sex therapists in the Houston area. So we know some stuff. We drink and we know things.
And we'll bring in people whenever we don't know some stuff.
Yeah. So today though, I'm super excited. Hendrix is not as big of a fan, but y'all, I'm mildly obsessed with Ireland. Have been since I was a wee lass.
No, I'm a fan of Ireland.
But that includes St. Patrick's Day.
St. Patrick's Day, yeah.
So, and I cannot express how disappointed I am in the fact that I could not decorate for St. Patrick's Day, because what you may not know is behind us, you see all these lovely graphics. Well, we are in front of a green screen.
It's fancy, y'all.
Yeah, so I can't bring all my green shit and decorate, and I'm really sad about that. But I love St. Patty's Day. I love the music. I love the jigging.
Yeah.
I love the jiving. Jump, whale, and jive. I do have a funny story, though.
I'm sure that you do. I'm here for it.
So I've been to Ireland. I went with a previous partner, and it is the greenest place in the entire world, by the way. There's a reason it's called the Emerald Isle.
Yeah.
I literally have a picture on my phone of a hill because it's just so green. And my ex made fun of me for it because he'd be like, why do you just carry around a picture of a green hill? I was like, because it's fucking beautiful.
Because it's beautiful.
But, fun fact, in Dublin, there is a National Leprechaun Museum, which is kind of funny. They hate that people equate them with leprechauns. They don't like it when people are like, where's the leprechauns, guys? But they have a National Leprechaun Museum. Anyway, so my ex and I, we walk up to the booth and we order our tickets, and he's like, yeah, but it's going to be about 45 minutes before you can go in. So right down the street is a place called the church. And the church it used to be a church, and it's the church that Arthur Guinness got married in, and they converted it to a pub. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful in there. So we go, and it's gorgeous. The bathrooms are pristine. I loved the bathroom. I wish I had taken a picture of the bathroom. Seriously.
You gotta love a good bar bathroom, though.
Yeah. Oh my God. Because it's a church. It's gaudy as fuck. And it's beautiful. Anyway, so we go back, and the guy's like, oh, how did you like it? And we're like, oh my God, that place is great. The food was awesome. And he's like, yeah, I took my mom there. And as we're sitting down, as they're sitting down, he says, Mom, you can't cuss in here. And she says, it's not a fucking Catholic church. I can say whatever the fuck I want. He died. We died on the streets of Dublin listening to this guy and his old, crotchety mom say fuck about it in a church because it's not a Catholic church.
It's phenomenal.
Anywho, it is phenomenal. So that's my Ireland story. I have others, but I loved Ireland.
Yeah, Ireland itself, beautiful. Gorgeous. But I'm just not a person who's at the St. Patty's Day parade, like the American of all of it.
Yeah, no, I totally have put on all of the green, and I don't usually have to do a whole lot to my hair, but I've definitely worn the orange wigs instead of red. I love it.
No, more power to you. I got you. We just had Mardi Gras, so that takes over your whole life for about 2 to 3 months. So then once St. Patrick's Day rolls around, you're like, oh man, I can't do it.
You can't do it.
You can. Yeah, it's true.
So our producer was just like, it's just another reason to drink. Don't tell me you can't do it. It's just another excuse to go get shit-faced here in America for a lot of people.
For sure.
But we in honor of St. Patty's Day, we found this really cute article. I liked it. Well, it's got a few things on it that were facts about Ireland and sex.
Yeah.
So they apparently, this is interesting to me because I didn't know this, pre-Christian attitudes were way more liberal than we are even in recent times, like current. So for one thing, they had sexual equality. They were called the Brehon laws.
Yeah, the women could get married and divorced.
Yeah. They were allowed to inherit property or even bequeath their own property, which is amazing. That sounds normal for us today, but that was not normal in even the 1800s or early 1900s. 1920, they couldn't even order a pint of beer. But this was before pre-Christians, the Brehon laws.
I'm also wondering about what was the reasoning before 1980 in Ireland of why a woman could not order a pint of beer. And was it like a countrywide thing? Was it like a somebody let us know? Do you know? Because I would love to know the reasoning.
They could order brandy. Like, that's what this article says, is that one way they got it changed was that a group of women went into a bar, they ordered a shit ton of brandies, and then they ordered a pint, and they refused to give them a pint, so they refused to pay for the brandies.
Maybe it wasn't ladylike. Maybe maybe
that's true. That's a good point. Like, throwing back a pint is kind of a Homer Simpson kind of thing.
That's what we're equating it with. Okay.
I don't know.
All right, it's Homer Simpson, y'all.
I don't know. Anyway, back in the day, though, with the Brehon laws, women were allowed to experience could get divorced even if they were experiencing dissatisfaction in marriage. So that was kind of a cool thing. The other thing that was very interesting, so Edmund Spenser, who is a Edwardian Elizabethan poet, went to Ireland, and he was appalled by the Irishmen, who apparently were
Did they have sugar in their tanks?
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Because they were a bunch of lascivious bisexuals. I just love that word, lascivious. Who offered themselves freely to both women and men before his shocked gaze.
Where are those men? Like, come to our audience. I would have. I've been looking for them my whole life.
True. Come, my lady. You're much butterfly sugar baby. I had a Dr. Pepper. I am sorry.
Oh gosh.
It's fine.
Gird your loins.
And then there are other things in this article, but the other thing that I found interesting is where'd it go? I skipped it. Oh gosh. According to Yale historian John Boswell, the early Christian church in Ireland included widely performed sacraments and marriage rites for men, which means that the first instances of same-sex marriages were held in Ireland.
Fascinating. I didn't know that until, we researched for this little fun fact.
I didn't either. I didn't know any of that. As obsessed as I was with Ireland, like, that's not what I was obsessed with.
Yeah, but no, that's interesting.
It is very interesting. So I think on that note, those are things to cheers to. So we debated if we were going to do an Irish whiskey, Guinness, or whatever, but some of us have things to do after we get done recording this.
I know.
So we couldn't get shit-faced on air.
I'm so mad about it.
I know. But we did get some Bailey's Irish Cream.
I also made sure to because, we're at Midtown Bar and Grill. I made sure to let them know downstairs. I was like, I just want you to know that I'm not a punk-ass bitch who would be ordering shots of Bailey's on a normal basis. And he just started laughing. He was like, well, it is like noon, ma'am, so.
I am. Especially on St. Patrick's Day. I'm ordering shots of Bailey. Well, I have to work on actual Wednesday. I don't know if y'all record our shows on Mondays. So this is a recording for Wednesday night. So currently I'm actually working and seeing clients, but I'll be wearing green.
I bet you will. Yeah, I'll wear green in solidarity with you.
I will actually probably still wear
Ireland.
this t-shirt, but with a green jacket instead of pink. But I have to wear pink for the shows because it's my thing, gimmick.
Yeah, I got you.
Anyway, so Bailey's Irish Cream from Midtown Bar and Grill, and we are going to sláinte.
Sláinte.
I always have to tap.
All right.
It's good.
Get this party started.
Woo! I want more. Garçon.
Garçon.
Yeah. So interestingly, I used to love Bailey's Irish Cream like a lot. When I went to A&M, and I don't know if you know about the whole ring dunking thing in A&M.
No.
So you get your Aggie ring, which we're big on that stupid. It's not stupid. I love A&M. So if you're watching it from A&M, I'm not dissing. I love it. I don't wear my ring because it's the wrong size. Anyway, so you take your ring and you're supposed to dunk it in a pitcher of beer, and then you have to chug the beer, and you're supposed to do it in like less minutes or seconds than the class year that you graduated from. So it's 2004. So I should have dunked it in less than 2004 minutes or two. I don't know. I don't remember. It's been a long time. I've been graduated for a while and I just had a shot. But I didn't like beer at the time. I've grown. I didn't like beer at the time. So I did mine in buttery nipples.
Oh my god! Do y'all remember buttery nipples? They were terrible. You'd have to name it something like that to get people to drink it.
Yeah, so that I dunked my ring. I had 4 1-ounce shots and then like a 4-ounce shot, and so it was in the last shot. So I shot the 4 and then the other one. So there's a special place in my heart for Bailey's. I didn't. Yeah, it's fine. Anyhow,
Anyway,
on that note. I guess when we come back, our main segment today, we're doing Ask a Sex Therapist. So, guys, we're answering your questions. We've gotten a lot of questions from some of our listeners, and then some of the other ones are just questions that we get either in therapy or from friends and whatnot on the street.
Yeah.
Just people randomly come up to us. You look like a sex therapist.
I mean, I laugh, but it's actually 2 of these are like from off the street. Like I was talking and then overheard about what I was talking about, and then you do that, and then I wrote it down,
Yeah. But, so if you have questions that we're not answering today or you want us to answer more, shoot us an email like so many other people have done. At sexontheedgewithjenhen@gmail.com or Facebook or Instagram, Sex on the Edge, or at Sex Talk with Jen and Hen. Either one of those will get you to us, and you can send us your questions and we will answer them. But when we come back, we will get to some of the questions that other people have already sent us. So stay tuned. It's gonna be a fun show, I think. Bye.
Aren't you tired of not getting what you want in bed?
Are you ready to spice things up behind those closed doors?
Woo! We're here for you every hump day at 7 p.m.
This is Sex on the Edge with Jen and Hen. I'm Jennifer Reeves.
And I'm Hendrix Scott, and we are professional licensed sex therapists.
So remember to watch us Wednesday at 7 p.m. on Edge Radio TV, just in time for sexy time.
Edge Radio TV is holding auditions for new show hosts. Are you a subject matter expert, professional, influencer, book author, thought leader, or business owner with an educational or motivational platform? Then we want to meet you. Send a link of some of your work to edgeradio20@gmail.com and be sure to put audition in the subject line. Join the Edge Radio TV family. Edge TV, because truth still matters.
Hey guys, this is Sex on the Edge with Jen and Hen. I am Hendrix Scott.
I am Jennifer Reeves.
We're here to entertain and delight you today with our fun facts, our fun sex educational information.
Why did you have to say it like that? Sex educational information.
Also, happy St. Patrick's Day.
Yes.
We discussed that a little bit before.
Yes, because I have a mild obsession.
Yeah, now we're getting into our segment of Ask a Sex Therapist.
Which I also have a mild obsession with. So
yeah, well, we know we kind of have to.
Yeah.
Some of these were from people that I know who are watching the show. Thank you so much.
Yay.
I'm always shocked when people are like, oh yeah, I watched the show. I'm like, really? Like, I just assume it was just me and my cat, Callie Berry. So I'm super jazzed about it. So then I've been like, some of these are direct questions from people that like, I kind of see in life, and then you as well.
Yeah. From other listeners, friends, clients even.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Me too.
Let's get to it.
All right. What's the first question?
Yeah, so this one, I mean, we get asked kind of often, but this was very specifically asked.
Yeah.
How to get your wife in the mood when you have children.
Well, first and foremost, help her relax. I think that is like, so there's this thing, okay, what's called, we'll call it the mom switch.
Yeah.
And there is, by and large, no turn off greater than being in mom mode.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, once you have kids, like that switch never goes off. Like it's not an on off switch. At least that's the way I describe it. It's like it's putting it on a dimmer switch.
Yeah.
So instead of trying to turn off mom mode, stop trying to pressure her to stop being a mom, which is not going to happen. But try and work together on how to learn how to dim mom mode so that you can actually flip on that. I'm going to say it like this because why the hell not today? That sexual kitty cat inside.
Meow.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So that can be things like,
fantastic.
you know, taking a bath if you like to take a bath. It can be giving her a massage.
Yeah, the
a
overall
sensual
goal
massage,
is to give her space to be herself and not mom.
Yeah.
Like what we see is just people, partners walking up to the one who birthed the child and being like, "Hey, you ready to get it on?" And they're like, "I've just been like touched and thrown up on," and like. How about you say, "Hey, babe, do you need a break? Hey, babe, go take a bath.
Yes.
Hey, babe, let me feed the baby. Hey, like, let's
Yes.
taking more control of the space so that
Correct.
it's not only that person's job to be the mom,
Yeah.
and that's all that they see themselves as.
Yeah.
Then you're not going to see yourself as sexual.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. She's got to have that space and time to tap into that, to being a woman and not just a mom.
Yeah.
And not just a wife either, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, sorry, but I have never, I'll be honest, like, I don't know any woman that I have ever met that has not at some point in time, heterosexual woman that has not at some point in time or another said that their partner, it's like having another kid.
Oh, yeah. Oh, heterosexuals love that lingo. Yeah. I personally can't stand it. I can imagine calling my spouse another child. Like, I find it so weird.
It's a little.
But it's also kind of like not the queer community. Anyway.
Right.
But
Right.
no, you're right.
Hence why I preface, like, I don't know a heterosexual woman that has never said, "Oh my God, he's like," it's like having another kid sometimes.
Yeah. Heterosexual, cisgendered
Yep.
woman with children. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're right, and it makes me cringe, but I get it. It's the culture.
Yeah, so don't act like a kid. Help her out with the kids. That doesn't mean don't act like a kid. Like, I will say this.
Goofy is different than immature.
Yes, agreed. Because I love, like, I still love going to play on the playground and swings and doing silly things and tickling and whatnot.
Oh, didn't we go do a playground whenever we took our photos?
We did.
We did. Yeah.
We did do.
Yeah.
When we did our photo shoot. We need to do some more photo shooting though.
Yeah.
So yeah, help her tap into that playful side, but
Yeah.
and take that responsibility side off of
And we're not saying like do chores and you'll get laid. You know, that's not. It's just
Yeah.
saying you're more likely to get closer to that if you give her time and
Correct.
space and
Yes.
a moment to exist without being mom, me, mama, me, mama.
Yeah. Which, dude, like, y'all, I am not a mom. I've never had kids. I want kids very badly, but I did date a guy. He had 2 young kids, and I think there was one day I was on the toilet and I had my phone with me because, you know, that's what we do these days. And little fingers were coming through the door, and I texted my mom and I was like, "Holy shit, I get it now." Like, they would not leave me alone to even just go take a dump. Like, these are not even my own children, and they're like, Jen. I'm like, holy fuck, can I just breathe for a second? So, guys, for those that have to deal with that on a daily basis,
it's not sexy.
Holy shit, it is not sexy.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh my gosh, that is
not
fantastic.
that taking a dump is sexy at all anyway, but like,
Yeah.
it's even worse when you're like, I can't even play a game on my phone while I'm sitting on the toilet.
Yeah.
because like they're just yelling at me.
Also, not pressuring. There's a lot of pressure of like, we're gonna have sex now. We're gonna have sex now. And like, if you take the pressure off and just be like, you're beautiful. I love you. It's gonna happen when it happens. Don't stop pursuing your partner, as in like, ignore them, but just taking the pressure off.
Yeah, for sure.
Because there's a lot of pressure as parents. Because any parent of either sexual orientation or gender that you are, it's stressful as fuck.
Yeah. Agreed.
There's pressure all around for a parent to be the perfect parent.
Yeah, and we will definitely go into more of this topic for Mother's Day,
we're gonna have it.
Day, all of that stuff. So those are just a couple of tips. So we're gonna move on to the next question, because we could do we will do whole shows on.
Stay tuned,
kids and whatnot. So the next question: how can I find out what I like?
It's a broad question, but again, like some of these are broad questions, which again is why I don't immediately answer them. Sometimes I'm in a setting where I'd have to sit down and like ask you a bunch of personal questions, and I'm like, I'll wait. This is an awkward conversation for public. This is kind of one of those. Yeah. How can I find out what I like?
Research it.
I mean,
watch porn. Go to the orgasm sound library like we did last time and see if you like the way it sounds.
Fantastic. I'm so happy we found that.
Go look at porn to see if you like the way it looks. Read erotica.
Yeah. What do you fantasize about? What have you always fantasized about? What are the common themes?
Yes. Get a couple of toys. See if you like clitoral stimulation or penetration. See if you know how you like to be touched. For those with penises, like, do different grips. Don't masturbate the same way every single time. See what else you might like, and then explore that with your partner together, and make it an exploratory sexual experience instead of just a like, hey, we're gonna get it on, wham bam.
Yeah, I mean, it's do it for science. It's how scientists do things. They experiment. You have a hypothesis, an educated guess, and then you go, I think I might like this, and then you experiment.
She blinded me.
Yes, blind yourself with sexual science.
On your head. Okay, weird science coming through.
That movie did not age well. I watched it not too long ago.
Really?
Well, because I'm obsessed with Kelly LeBrock was like one of my first, like, where you're like, oh, I'm queer
but
as fuck.
Chet as a shit blob was kind of funny.
Oh yeah, that's true. Anyway, NT-way.
Yeah.
Research, and I know it sounds strange, but it's research. I mean, that's how we find out everything in the world is by asking questions and being willing to go forward, not knowing, but still going forward. Going, guess I'm gonna figure this out.
Yeah. Set up some hypothesis. Do I think that I will like nipple clamps? I don't know. Get them, try them out.
Yeah.
And then hypothesis. I think that I won't. I think it will be too painful for me. But you never know until you try it. Or I think that I will. I like it when my partner squeezes my nipples really hard. Maybe that will be a turn on. Hypothesis. Experiment. Conclusion. I graduated from high school with a really good GPA. I can't believe I remember that. Anyway, next question. Does the G-spot really exist? I love this question. I don't know why, but I do.
You do really love this question, but you also explain it really well.
Oh, she's putting me on the spot now, guys. Where's my linguistic skills? Okay, so there is a plethora of combative information on this
so
one.
Combative, which makes it so hard
contradictory.
to answer.
So the best thing that some scientists say that it does exist, and it's this certain like soft tissue that's about 2 inches up from the inside of the vagina, like if you're pointing your fingers towards the front of the body. Other people say it's elsewhere. What I think most of the people that agree with, or the most common theory right now is, so most people, when we think of the clitoris, we just think of the little nubbin that sticks out of the hood, the clitoral hood.
We don't think about everything that branches out.
Right. We don't think about, like, it's a gland that has, like, it kind of forks off and goes around. And like penises, clitorises are different lengths. And so one of the big theories right now, and I think it makes the most sense, is that where the base of the clitoris hits inside of the vaginal wall, like, that is where the G-spot might be. So some women might have it because they have a longer clitoris that goes down far enough, and some women may not because they have a shorter clitoris, so the base doesn't hit that far into the vaginal canal. So I think that's what makes the most sense. Again, there is contradictory information on that, but that makes the most sense to me, and so that's typically how I might say, like, some people might be like, oh my gosh, that is definitely my G-spot. Oh, and they're not faking it, like we talked about last week. They kind of do this. Anyway, I'm done.
I couldn't wrangle her Dr. Pepper away from her today.
I didn't even drink the whole one. I didn't even have a whole Dr. Pepper today. It's fine. It's really.
But you know what? I'm thinking now.
Yeah.
You know how we could
just now.
Just now. I've been, Anyway, so 70% of women orgasm externally, right?
Right, through the nubbin on the
nubbin.
The nubbin.
If
the tip.
The numbers are in line, so are there 30% big dicks and 70% smaller or average dicks? If those numbers fell together, we might have some like nice correlational data there.
That's really interesting. I would be. Ooh. So the average size.
See, my clinical psych is like it worked for me.
5 to 5.5 inches, right?
Yeah.
That's the average size length penis. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You picking up what I'm throwing down?
I'm picking up what you're throwing down.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look into that. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm. All those research years in psych is doing it.
All right. So we have time for one more question before we hit our break. So what is the difference between a vulva and a vagina? So we're gonna get a graphic. There you go. Look at that. Yay.
See, we say vagina colloquially for the whole
right.
darn thing.
But it's not. Actually, the whole darn thing is the vulva.
Yes.
That is what encompasses the labia majora, the labia minora, the mons ponus, which is like where your tuft of hair tends to come out on.
Yeah.
All that area is the vulva. The vagina is simply the canal.
It's the canal, y'all. That's it.
That's
but we call the whole darn thing a vagina. Yeah. And I still continue to do so because it's easier to talk that way because I don't feel like having to.
I know.
I mean, because I'm talking about vaginas a lot. I don't know how or why, but anyway.
I was driving in my car and I had been doing a mom and me kind of, sex therapy thing. Not a mom and me. There were no kids. Just the mom, like, sex talk. And so I had printouts of vaginas. Yeah. And there was a car that slammed on their brakes, so I slam on my brakes and all of my shit goes flying. And I look over and there's vagina staring at me in the face, and I was like, only in my car are you gonna look over and see vagina.
Oh, do you have the model,
seat.
like the actual model?
No.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to bring it. The one that we have at the office got melted.
Oh, you did. Yeah.
I know, so we couldn't bring it. But yeah, so the vulva is the whole thing, the vagina is the canal, and you don't pee out of your vagina. You pee from your urethra,
it's one of those things. I just held my breath by just sheer. It's like I hope people know, but they don't. It's fine. Like we didn't get a lot of sex education.
Yeah,
it's
Texas.
Yeah,
I love Texas. I love Houston, but we suck at sex education.
We do.
Be honest.
Yeah,
we do. So you don't pee from your vagina. You pee from your urethra, and that's so hopefully, there's the clitoris at the top, a little nubbin. And everybody starts out as a female. So penises are elongated clitorises that merge with the urethra so that it's all one canal. Just FYI, guys. Yay, women equality. When we come back, we'll have a few more questions for you guys, and you won't want to miss it. There's some really, really fun ones on here. I'm looking at the list right now. I'm excited, so
stay tuned.
EDGE is about community, synergy, and empowerment.
The responsibility be on this? Should we have had a national plan, or should
that the government needs to get out of the way and let people figure it out?
What do you do for your face? So I do have a skincare line called Infinity Skincare,
and welcome back to How You Living on Edge Radio Live. So to Jennifer, I'm just saying mine, and I'm out.
Peace.
Can't say we not working, okay?
You cannot say we not working.
Say that we are.
No, they're just ready to get back out there and start sexing up other people.
Yeah.
That we weren't interested in any silver medals. If they wanted to give us the gold medal that we earned.
给我穿的观众，我是富卡，今天又到了我们。
It's a hotel kind of vibe.
Well, I mean, I'm
we're
sure he's like,
turning
I
down
don't want
to
to
say,
hear
here's
you
the dinner,
complaining
man.
about the cheap sensation cocktail. This is our first mixed cocktail. We have
Three, action.
very good margarita.
Folks, as always, this is like a box of chocolates. You don't know what you're going to get, right? So to the Edge Radio Network, we are going to be bringing you continuous, interesting conversations, interesting encounters, interesting experiences, education, knowledge, and a lot of laughs and a lot of fun, folks. So you don't want to miss it. So
when people stop talking to each other, society is on the edge. Let's bring them back. Edge Radio, because truth still matters.
Hey guys, welcome back to Sex on the Edge with Jen and Hen on Edge Radio TV. Today we have been talking about answering your questions, answering the viewers' questions, clients' questions, friends' questions. So what
do y'all want to know?
Yeah, what do you want to know? This may become a regular segment every once in a while. Just ask a sex therapist, because we do get them a lot. So we've talked about how to get your wife in the mood, how to find out what you like. We've talked about the G-spot, and we've done a beautiful diagram of the vulva and the vagina and talked about that a little bit.
Oh, and we're one step closer to our last segment, which we're super jazzed about.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned for that. We're not even going to give you little hints this time, because we just want to keep you totally in the dark. I'm actually still mildly in the dark. Hendrix has put some shit together. I was gonna be polite about it, but nah, she put some shit together, and I know kind of what we're doing, but there's gonna be pictures.
Pictures involved. Anyway, I'm super jazzed. But also our Ask a Sex Therapist we're always jazzed about.
Oh yeah.
The next one will make more social media based. This one was more like on the street.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So the next one.
The next one is, oh man, I get asked this one a lot because it's one of my expertise areas, queer and then open relationships.
Yes.
Do you think an open relationship can really work? And my comeback is, does monogamy work?
That's a good comeback.
It's a complicated ass answer, just like it is for open relationships.
Yeah. See, and I'm going on the word can. Can it work? Yes.
Of course it can.
Of course it can.
It's a weird question.
Yeah. And lots of people do make it work.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, open relationships break up for the same reasons monogamous relationships break up: communication issues and conflict. It's what we do every single day of our lives.
Yes.
If you can get down communication and conflict resolution, you're pretty solid and golden in, at least you have a very solid foundation.
Yeah.
And two people, I get, can't make that work. So people think, well, 3 or 4 or 5 can't make it work, but you can.
Yeah, totally.
If you're dedicated to it.
Dedicated. And there's different types of openness too.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's the other thing to remember. There's swingers, there's not pansexual, there is polysexual, there's polyromantic, so there's different. It's a spectrum of things.
Yeah,
it's
some
not just
people believe in
one
emotion. Some people don't want it in their relationship.
Yeah.
It all depends on what you're comfortable with. What's your value system? Are you doing it because you want to do it and you believe that this is part of who you are?
Yeah.
If you're coerced into it, no, it's not going to work, because
Right.
coercion doesn't work.
And if you're doing it to try and save a relationship, probably. My biggest, I like to explain it like this, and so correct me if I'm wrong, because this is more of your expertise, but when I have clients that come in, and I'm this makes sense for a cisgendered heterosexual woman. I will say that again. I liken your primary relationship, which is the relationship that you have with maybe your spouse or the first person, and y'all are talking about opening up, to a woman's little black dress. It should make you feel sexy. It should make you feel good. It should be comfortable. And then the other partners that you bring into it are the different necklaces, earrings, shoes that you might wear with it. They're the accents to it. But you want to have a good solid base of a relationship, and then you have all of these fun things that you can bring in.
Got you. Yeah, those are for the people who use the terms like primary partner, which is like there's a whole sector who just completely disagrees with that.
True.
But that's getting into logistics, which again, we'll have an open relationship. I got you.
Conversation. We're not going to have an open relationship with you. We're going to have a conversation on here about open relationships.
Yeah. But can it work? Absolutely. Yeah. Because monogamy can work. Relationships can work if you do the work to make them work. I don't know how else. You have to be actively involved in bettering your relationship, and that goes for all of them.
Take effort. Yeah. All of them. Even the fuck buddy ones, they take effort.
They do. Because you don't want to treat your fuck buddies like trash.
Right. Then you don't get to fuck them anymore.
Exactly. You want to keep that going.
I mean, duh. This is an interesting question to follow this one up, but it's funny to me.
Okay, you got this question, and I was dying laughing whenever you brought it up. So,
y'all, is it normal to pass gas during orgasm? Yes, it's totally normal to fart during orgasm. Totally normal to queef during orgasm, or even just sex in general. You've got muscles that are contracting and pushing and pulling, and you're having air shoved up in places and pulled out. Like,
it's a whole animalistic thing.
Yeah. Sex has lots of funny noises, including the ones we make when we orgasm. I mean, so farting, queefing, awkward noises that escape our mouths.
Yeah. I mean, also just having sex with someone who's not going to allow you to be human during a very human or like animalistic, like primal moment. I mean, then what kind of judgment is that? Of like, I want to have sex with you, but I want you to act only in this way, and I want your body to do it in this way.
Right.
Thanks.
Right. And then you have to like concentrate on not farting. So now you're concentrating on not
That's not sexy at all.
That's not fun.
Thinking about that in general during sex isn't.
It's not.
It just, if it happens, and you let it pass. Like, you let it pass.
You let it pass.
Then, you just let the moment pass and like get over it. And the sex should be good enough to where you aren't deterred by that anyway.
Yeah, no, I just giggle through it.
Yeah. You just giggle through it and you roll right on.
Yeah. Yeah, the only time is maybe if it's a smelly one.
Oh, that's different. I don't. See, you're doing the tappy thing today.
It's my energy. I'm not even stressed. Well, no, you know what? I am a little bit stressed. I know what's going on with me.
What?
I'm super nervous. Well, I get my first shot today. After we finish this.
That's true.
I don't like needles. So I think that's where I'm having a lot of nervous
I
energy.
got you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with you, boo. You can call me after.
Okay.
Or during.
Inoculation in T-minus 20 seconds.
I'll just say something really random on the other line. Or maybe segment 4 will like terrify you so much you won't even be able to think about it,
Okay. So yeah, so fart away.
Fart away, people. Fart away.
It's fine.
The next one is cyber sex cheating,
which this is one of my expertise. I did a lot of research on cyber sex and porn.
Oh man.
Breathe, woosah.
Jen Reeves.
Yes,
folks. Okay, cyber sex.
Yeah, it's so is it cheating? It depends on the standards that you have set up with your partner.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that's a lame answer, but if you and your partner have a understanding that is something that you're both okay with, then no. I mean, pretty much what a lot of times we might consider cheating is if it's something that you feel you have to hide from your partner, it's probably not okay.
Yeah.
Like that's the biggest way of explaining any sort of.
If you know you have to hide it, you already know you shouldn't be doing it.
Correct. Yeah. So,
like, sorry. People hate that answer.
I know.
Or like it's cheating if your partner says it's cheating. Oh, people hate that answer. I've had people get up and be like, Hendrix, why you do me like this? And I'm
no,
like,
but it's true. Like, okay, so people go into a relationship, and especially a monogamous relationship, and they automatically assume we're in a monogamous relationship. And so they assume that they both know what the other person considers to be cheating. You don't.
You don't.
You don't. Some people might consider you just watching porn cheating. Like, so you have to have like these more explicit conversations about, hey, what does cheating actually mean to you? What is inappropriate to you?
Yeah. And also like the whys, because if you disagree, come see us.
Right.
We can help with that. Because a lot of people are going to disagree, and it's finding where you can compromise or you can't. And, you know.
Yeah, for sure. So, yeah, you definitely, but it's a conversation that you should have, in my opinion,
very early on.
Don't have it once shit has already hit the fan. Have it beforehand.
Yeah.
You know, safeguard that relationship if it's something that you want to see grow. You know.
Yep, absolutely.
So, or if you're moving something from like, hey, we were friends with benefits and I know we were dating other people before, but now we're trying to move into a relationship. That happens all the time. Yep. So have that conversation.
You should always be having conversations about where your relationship is.
Yeah.
For sure.
For sure. I concur.
Next one, love this question. Love this question.
Why do you love this question so much?
I wasn't expecting it to be on the list, and I was like, right, like this is a common.
It is
you know, it's like whenever you forget what you already know, and then you know.
Yeah,
like,
that's true. Yeah.
Can anal sex give you hemorrhoids?
So the research that I found said that actually anal sex can help prevent hemorrhoids.
That's what you found. Okay.
That's what I found. Now, I think you said, now, if you're having lots of anal sex, like, it could potentially, I'm sure.
Well, it's because we have them all the time.
Yeah.
So, like, we're walking around. I mean, it's basically just piles of tissue, right?
Right.
So, you already have them. It's just, it can, like, inflame them, enrage them.
It can irritate
Don't
them.
enrage your hemorrhoids.
It can definitely irritate them, just like thongs can irritate.
Yeah, but it's like you already had them. It's not that they can like anal sex can give it to you.
Right.
You already had it, and then it can like rub it and like make it. It's more anal fissures, the tears that you have to worry about.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times people, they may have anal sex, and then sometimes there's blood afterwards, which we'll talk about anal sex at some point. And so they think that maybe they've been torn, but sometimes it might just be that you rubbed open an internal hemorrhoid that you don't even know exists, because a lot of times you have internal hemorrhoids that you don't know are there because they're not itching, they're not bleeding, they're not doing anything until you've had a forceful poop or anal.
Yeah, or you're pregnant.
Or you're pregnant.
Yeah,
you know?
it's more about straining. Oh,
yeah.
I just hit it. Is it okay?
I hit it all the time.
It's more about straining.
Hit it with my face like all the time.
I mean, as long as you're doing all of the care, the before care, the after care, you should be good. Lube. We're in it every episode. Lube.
Every episode. We don't talk about blowjobs every episode, but we may talk about anal sex every episode and lubrication.
We're turning over a new leaf.
Oh, we missed Steak and Blowjob Day. Hope y'all had fun on the 14th with Steak and Blowjob Day for people with penises.
Yeah.
I guess you could do it on a clitoris. You can blowjob a clitoris too.
Some people will use the word if they prefer that word for whatever gender identity they are. Yeah.
Valid point. Anyway, yay, Steak and BJ Day, which also happens to be Pie Day. So I hope you had steak and a blowjob and then some pie.
Yeah, there you go. Good day.
Which it's pie like 3.14 blah 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 blah. But eat a pie anyway.
But anyway, next question.
Sorry.
Does having a sex dream constitute as cheating?
Oy. Go back to our second episode. We talk about this.
We do, and I forgot we did. So I'm glad, I'm just blacked out,
So having a sex dream does not constitute as cheating. You do not have control over your dreams, despite what you may think, and the fact that maybe sometimes you feel like you had control over your dream, or you watch movies where they're like, oh, I'm in a dream. I know I need to do this. So
yeah, I mean, some people can lucid dream. Some people absolutely can't.
Yeah, but it's still not cheating. It's your imagination, and
it's dreams.
Take a look. It's in a book. I'm full of them today. I'm full of shit today. Anyway, last question for this segment, and this is one we get. I get this ad nauseum.
Yeah.
Do you get this one a lot?
All the time. Yeah.
All the time. It's probably one of the most common questions I get.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
People are like, what's the goddamn question, Jen? Just say it. How many times a week should we have sex? Keyword should.
Stop shooting all over yourselves is like top 3 things I say to my clients all the time. I've even written articles that said stop shooting all over yourselves. Like
I've written it in articles.
Yeah.
Too.
Like it's just what? Like if we give you a number, you're not going to be able to live up to it, or it's going to. And there is no number.
Yeah.
Like we're more diverse than that. We're more complicated than that. Yeah.
And what is sex?
Yeah. Get out of town.
Yeah.
But some people think that like if they're not having sex, some are like so every day.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, they're thinking they're getting a divorce, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like that's a strong held belief that if you are not banging your partner every day, you're gonna get a divorce. Like that's come see us, please. If this is one of the things that you're carrying around with you every day, like that is a belief that can really harm you.
Yeah. Well, that one, and like if they're not having sex with you, they're having sex with someone else. Like, no, different sex drives, so many things affect your desire, arousal. I mean, stress, food. If you've eaten, if you're hungry.
Yeah.
I mean, if you've shaved, if you're clean, if you're not dirty.
Yeah.
Like,
how's work? What's your how much money do you have in the bank? How many kids do you have?
External family stuff. I mean, there are so many things that affect like our sexuality. It's just not even funny. So there is no should on how many times a week you should be having sex. It's a conversation to have with your partner and to talk to each other about what is realistic, what is ideal, and how to, even within that, you might say like, ideally I'd like to have sex like twice a week. But recognize there are going to be some weeks and maybe even a month that you don't have sex that often because of like physical pain or stress or whatever the case may be. And some weeks you may have sex more often than that. Like, you said sex only twice a week. I'm closed for business. I mean, if you're feeling it, still go for it.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my answer.
Yeah. Stop shooting all over yourselves.
And stop shitting all over yourself.
Yeah, don't do that. I mean, unless it's
I love a good shark,
uncontrollable.
though. Like, I love a good shark story. I don't love a good shark, but I love a good shark story. Oh, they're so classic.
Yeah, they are.
I love a good shark.
And now we are here to witness the breakdown of Jennifer Reed.
If you have a fun shark story, please.
Oh, please. I mean, let's not even pretend that.
Love them.
Who doesn't? Like, who's just like, no, don't tell me that. Like, you want to know.
And most of us have done it.
I mean, people want to know. You know, like.
Yeah, you are not alone in the sharding. At work, in the car, while you're out on a run.
Out on a run? God, that would be mortifying. I've heard of it happening.
You're in a wedding dress. Thinking bridesmaids there.
Yeah.
All right. So if you have a good shark story, I want to hear it. We want to hear it. Tell us.
Definitely.
And if you have any more questions, send them to us. We will answer them on Sex on the Edge with Jen and Hen. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we are going to dive into whatever the hell Hendrix has set up. I'm dying to know as much as you guys are. So
the theme is St. Patrick's Day.
Yay. We'll be right back.
Are you a small business owner concerned about the downturn in the economy? Top business leaders like Mattress Mac and Warren Buffett will tell you that now is the time to promote your business more than ever. People need your services. Your business needs an edge. Learn about special advertising packages for small businesses right here on Edge Radio. Find out more, give us a call at 281-744-0446. That's 281-744-0446. Edge, because truth still matters.
Hey guys!
Hi!
You are here with Sex on the Edge with Jen and Hen. We're having a good time today. So this last segment is on St. Patty's Day, but one of our questions was like how to learn to like kind of not be threatened by porn, because so many people are, so they view it as like this very serious thing.
Yeah.
And it can be, but it can also be funny as hell.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it can be just delightfully hysterical.
My favorite kind of porn is actually like Star Trek porn.
Yeah.
Because it's funny. Like, and I'm a nerd. It feeds into my nerd self. It's not actually something that, like, honestly, it doesn't really turn me on. I just enjoy watching it for the shits and giggles. Not the sharks and giggles, but the shits and giggles.
Yeah, for the yeah, exactly. So this is just also like a how to have fun together, either as a couple or by yourself with porn on St. Patty's Day.
Yeah.
And there's some pictures. So I went and watched about hours upon hours of porn this weekend, and I'm all porned up. Like, I am ready to go. I mean, it was just out. I saw weird things that I can't unsee.
Porned up or horned up?
Probably both.
Okay.
You know. But I tried to find funny St. Patty's Day porn, and the internet, as always, did not let me down.
Oh, good.
So we're going to go through some of my favorite themes.
Okay.
And I think you're going to enjoy them.
I'm scared. I haven't seen any of these.
Yeah.
I'm nervous. I do kind of have it ready to go because I can't see the pictures that y'all are going to see.
Yeah. So first off, while I was looking at porn, my judgy ass cat, Callie Berry, was staring at me while I am looking up. Look, you can see my freaking, like, all my tabs, and then Callie's just staring at me, and I'm like, get out of here.
Though.
But it's weird. I'm like, you're a virgin. Like, please. Like, you can't watch porn with me.
We've had this discussion already. She may be a virgin, but she does not have virgin eyes.
She doesn't, no.
No.
So, I just liked this one right off the bat. This, we don't have a photo for it because the photos were too raunchy. But I liked the theme of this, and it was a nice young woman at a hotel, and the parade was going on, and she was like, she like couldn't make it to the parade for some reason. I just couldn't find out. She just couldn't go. She just couldn't go.
It to the whole point.
And then the thing was, boredom led me to banging the hotel maintenance guy. And then she had like her like St. Patty's Day socks, and she was like roaming down the hotel. And there was the maintenance guy with like some, you know, little clovers, and there was like rounding around, you know. I was like, I appreciate this. So maybe don't go to the parade. Stay at your hotel and bang the hot maintenance guy.
I mean, how often is the maintenance guy at the hotel hot, though?
There are people who have banged maintenance guys.
I mean, I believe it. I used to work at a hotel. I was a valet driver, and I totally had a thing with the main security guard.
Nice. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Another theme was beer pong. So there was a lot of St. Patty's Day beer pong festivities. This nice, wholesome one between a husband and a wife.
Oh, that is wholesome.
Look how wholesome. They're just playing beer pong. She was like,
I like her skirt,
bouncing up and down, and was like, oh my God, I'm winning, you know. And then it was very wholesome until he fapped all over her face. But, you know, it was quite nice. You know, it was a loving married couple enjoying some beer pong.
She is losing. You're talking about the porn and I'm just looking at the game. That's how competitive I am with games. I'm like, this bitch don't know how to play beer pong. No wonder she got splooged all over. He genital sneezed all over her face.
God, yeah, there were a lot of genital sneezes. Oh man, so many. God, I'm gonna have to anyway. Oh
no, he's losing. I take it back. He sucks at it.
See, this is why you can't watch porn in a sexual way.
Watch porn because I'm too busy focusing on every other thing.
So this next one, I couldn't even get a clip of this. It was so creepy, but of course.
So we don't have a picture for this.
No, like it was kind of like it was creepy. It was very weird. It was like leprechaun porn.
I knew there was gonna be leprechaun porn.
Yes, but this one was particularly. It had like it was a mask, but it was like a creepy
like from the movie Leprechaun.
It was kind of like a scary
Have
leprechaun.
Have you seen the movie Leprechaun?
Yeah, for sure.
So was it that kind of like?
Yeah, it was like a creepy one.
Because that's creepy.
So I wasn't really prepared for the scary leprechaun porn.
Oh yeah.
And it was like she was It was a whole weird thing, and I was like, oh God, no, and he was weird. I just fell down a lot of leprechaun holes. Like I just, I just kept falling and couldn't stop.
So scary leprechaun porn.
So there, of course, was a lot of redhead Irish girls.
Oh yeah, I mean
that was like top. Like what are you gonna do?
Duh.
And then there was this one girl. I thought because you type in like keywords. I thought indigo white was like a type of white, like Caucasian they were looking for. I thought that was like a keyword. It turned out to be a girl, and I was like, oh, okay. Like I thought they were differentiating like how white they want their white girl is what because porn's very specific. Like it's very specific. But turned out to be a nice, lovely redhead who. Is very down for things. So
is that this next screenshot? Is that
no?
Oh! I'm jumping ahead.
So my favorite,
lots of redheads.
I think my favorite line, which you're gonna really appreciate this line. It was like, "Man, there's a party downstairs, but the party's in her mouth." And I was like, "What?"
The party is in her mouth. So my brain is so messed up. When you say that, like then I start thinking about like how they have like little sperm and having like little party hats on sperm and dancing around.
You really cannot watch porn. Like oh my God, I'm so glad you didn't do this.
You just say things.
Oh my gosh.
That's the visualization that goes in my head is some sperm having a party in a mouth.
My gosh, there was a party in her mouth. I mean, you might be able to Google that. I think I found that one on Pornhub.
How many parties were in her mouth?
There was plenty of partying in that young woman's mouth. Like more power to her.
She did the BJ train.
She did all of it. Yeah.
Okay.
Magically delicious was like a big, keyword. And I was like, all right, yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah.
My favorite one was a redheaded gal, a little sassy redhead.
Aren't they always?
She just wanted to take a nap. She was so tired in all of her gear. She had her clovers, and she was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna lay down and rest. All I want to do is rest. I'm just so tired from all of this partying."
Yeah, but then she has a pin that says "Rub my jugs for good luck." I mean, how are you gonna sleep when somebody just keeps walking up and rubbing those jugs?
Oh, so then it goes into, and then I had the best dream of my life. In comes this leprechaun coming to save the day. And like why this particular leprechaun? I do not know. Like why? Like that's the leprechaun of your dreams,
Oh man, I love the suit.
That's a great suit. But it then went on that he saved the day by being the leprechaun of her dreams. And
lucky Irish hottie Penny Pax gets a St. Patrick's Day pounding in her pussy.
Yeah.
I just needed to throw another P word in there. I'm sorry.
I mean, I'd really appreciate that it was, an average looking fellow.
Yeah,
we got to get, more.
Not all men are porn stars. In fact, most aren't.
Most aren't, yeah.
And honestly, guys, like most of you aren't going to want to be a porn star. You think you do. but it's a lot more work than you realize.
Yeah.
Just saying.
For sure.
Just saying.
So then there was this like, okay, so come like follow me here. There was, so of course knee socks were very big, right?
Oh, yeah, they're huge.
And there was, of course, you know, foot fetish porn is huge. You know, it's a big thing. But there was knee socks doing the foot jobs, but the socks threw me off because it seems like that would chafe, right?
Sure. Okay.
I'm just saying, but I was a little thrown by all of the chafing socks.
Like somebody was wearing socks and I'm confused.
Oh, you don't know how to do a foot job?
No.
Oh, that's
a foot job.
A foot job.
Okay. Foot job, not hand job.
Penis and
Figure,
then
yeah.
You take your feet.
I wasn't tracking. I'm tracking now. Yeah. Depends on the kind of socks. Like if it's nylons, that's nice and smooth. It might not be.
They were like those, you know, like the I don't know. It seemed like it would hurt, but maybe that was the point.
That's true. They might like that.
Like maybe the chafing was the point.
Yeah. Okay.
I've seen a lot of like foot fetish stuff, but not like with a whole lot of socks.
I gotta ask you something before we move on to the next ones or anything. Was there any bagpipe porn?
I did not see any bagpipe porn, but probably because they're expensive. Like, you know,
well,
you can't really find them.
Well, true. I bet, but you know, like even just like a bagpiper porn.
Yeah. You know what? Next year, Jen, we'll write it down. We're gonna
Right.
find. Actually, if you have don't send it to us, but if you have found it, like tell us where
Lord.
it is.
Lord have mercy.
So of course, there's a lot of St. Patty's Day parade porn. There was some romantic St. Patrick's Day porn.
Of course there was.
I mean, but like really romantic to where I was like gross. And it was like, I'll be your 4-leaf clover. And then they like gently lean in to like kiss and
instead of mistletoe, just like dangle the 4-leaf clover.
yes, exactly. Yeah. You get it. Lots of green beer references where the girl had a green ring and was blowing the guy.
Yeah.
That was a big thing.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, you know, little on the nose, but fine. I did manage to get sexy female leprechaun foot fetish porn, but it was in a nice way.
Okay.
It was an older gentleman, a young gal in her garb, her leprechaun, her little leprechaun thing. We should have a photo for it.
Oh, that's pretty.
I mean, it started off
nice.
very nice. Like, you know, it started off like, hey there, little daddy. Like, I'll be your little leprechaun party gal.
I was trying to remember. Is St. Patrick's the one that was... I should know this because I used to know these things. I used to be obsessed with Ireland. But the one that led the rats away?
Snakes. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Was there any snake porn?
There was some snake porn. But yeah, this one turned into a delightful foot fetish, you know, film on loveherfeet.com. Yeah. It was daddy plus a foot fetish. I love whenever you can get multiple things in one.
Sure.
You know, like it's good. I tried to screenshot the rest of this, but it was too much. So but they were like inviting people. They weren't too like you know, abrasive looking.
And going down that rabbit hole, were there ever two leprechauns having sex, like on
Yes.
gay porn?
Yes,
Yeah,
there were for sure.
Be...
The last one that I found hysterical, which I couldn't screenshot that either, but you know, from behind.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Stickers, like the green letter stickers that said Happy St. Patrick's Day. And it was like, who took the time to sit there and like singularly put Happy St. Patrick's Day, and then the whole thing was just fap, like the I was like, way to ring in a good St. Patrick's Day.
Oh my gosh. I mean, you do you, boo.
You do you, boo.
It's your favorite one. So, yay, happy St. Patty's Day.
Yeah. See, people can have total fun with porn. It doesn't have to be. And if it is jarring, if it is like, if it goes too long and something happens, all you gotta do is turn it off. It doesn't have to.
Definitely.
You don't have to keep watching it. No one's forcing you to keep. At least I hope no one's forcing you to keep watching it.
Oh yeah. No, that's true.
Yeah.
And get yourself a cute little outfit. Adam and Eve has some great outfits. I drove by their store the other day and there was one in the window and I was like, oh man.
Yeah. So if you're thinking your person might not like you to dress up for St. Patrick's Day, the porn said otherwise. So maybe it's just that your partner doesn't want to admit that they would like a sexy St. Patrick's Day outfit. But I'm telling you, the porn says other. So dress up, do your thing.
I think I definitely am a big fan of people dressing up and like role playing. I mean, put on that redheaded wig if you're not a redhead and be somebody new. You know.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Oh, watching these might actually help you learn to role play.
Yeah. That is a good point. You can learn a lot from porn.
Yeah.
Which is actually one of the most common reasons people do watch it, especially as they're in their 20s. It's not just for turning on.
Yeah.
Arousals. But anything else on porn that you found, or St. Patrick's Day porn? These are great picks. You found some good ones.
They're fantastic.
I'm glad you did that.
They were fantastic.
Because
some stuff was just way too far. I was like, wow, y'all really went with that St. Patrick's Day theme, but it's whatever. I bet. Oh, that's what they did with the bagpipes. That porn was at the bottom. I didn't make it there. I know what they did with the bag. We all know what they did. It's fine. Yeah.
There are several pipes.
I'm going home and looking this up immediately.
Oh, great. I'm going to get a picture later tonight.
Yeah, you are. I'll send that to you while you're getting your vaccine. I'll like speedily be like, here's your bagpipe. Bagpipe?
Bagpipe. Here's your bagpipe.
Your bagpipe porn.
You do the jig and I'll do the bagpipe.
But see, also, I think this segment says you can ask us anything. Nothing's too dumb. Nothing's
too... no such thing as too taboo.
Yeah, nothing's too ridiculous.
And we ain't judging you.
Yeah, absolutely not.
So before we sign off today, we're going to do our sex of position of the week. So ready? Oh, this is rather interesting. Like, that is some Kama Sutra looking stuff right there.
Yeah.
It's a fixing of a nail. I don't know why it's called that, but
what a strange name.
Yeah. So he's kneeling. She's kind of resting on one leg while her other one goes behind. So let's see. It says, with the woman laying on her back, the male kneels between her legs. The woman takes her leg and wraps it around her head with her other leg stretched out, and the man thrusts forward. Y'all, I think this is going to be one you got to be a contortionist to do.
This is either the most ableist thing ever, or depending on your physical disability, this could work for you. Like,
yeah.
It's on one end of the spectrum.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this position.
I mean,
good.
I don't know who can do it. I mean, if you can do this.
Yeah. If you can do this, like, literally, send us a picture of you doing it with clothes on, no actual penetration. Like, I want to just see if you can put your bodies in this position.
I mean, I'm trying to think of who I know that could do this. Maybe whenever we were all younger, but none of us young anymore.
Yeah. We've all gotten hot and expanded. Thank you, Tracy, for sending that to me, by the way. She sent me this little TikTok that was like, I figured it out. You know how when things heat up, they expand? I'm not fat, I'm hot. I loved it. I was like, yes. Anyway.
I love how behind you are on that joke, though.
I never
Is that the first time?
Yes. People don't say
it's been around for years.
I've never heard it.
Man, what does that say about me that my friends have sent that to me for years? You know what? Screw all y'all. Damn it, I just realized it says more about me.
Aw, sad face. Boo. 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 Slime. Filth. Anywho, this is our show. We hope that you had fun with us on this wonderful St. Patrick's Day. Hopefully you're drunk right now and are actually going to watch this again tomorrow.
Also, we wanted to make it a little light because we have some heavier episodes coming, so we don't just want to just, be totally...
Yeah, April's going to be a big month for some heavy stuff.
Yeah. And also, we just need some laughs right now sometimes.
Some brevity.
Yeah, sex doesn't have to be serious all the time.
So, on that note, enjoy your St. Patty's Day. Slancha, send us your green pics, and happy humping.
Happy humping.